Hello everyone, Mr. Hissner here, and today what we're going to be looking at is triangles and those angle values, and we're going to be looking at solving for angles with algebra. And again, this I don't think is that big of a deal. It can be tedious just because we have a little bit of computations to do, but this should be just a breeze for most of us to just kind of sit back, do some algebra, and get through it. So here is the problems that we would be looking at, stuff like this. So let me just zoom in here. So this says solve for x, right? And then find each measurement. So over here we want to find each angle measure after we solve for x. So here we go. Let's see. We know that this is true. So we know the measure of angle E plus the measure of angle D plus the measure of angle F is equal to 180 degrees, equal to 180 degrees. So that's going to be what our equation will look like. So the measure of angle E is 9x plus 3 plus the measure of angle D, 5x minus 2, plus the measure of angle F, 11x minus 21, and that is equal to 180, right? And so now all I'm going to do is combine my like terms. So I'm going to be left with not 9x, 25x minus 20 is equal to 180. And then from here, it's just the easiest problem in the world, right? Just going to add this to both sides. So this is going to be 25x is equal to 200. Divide both sides by 25. And we find x is equal to 8. And so what I'm going to do is take 8 and plug it back into the value. So the measure of angle D is 5 times x minus 2. The measure of angle E was 9 times x plus 3. The measure of angle F was 11 times x minus 21. So 5 times 8 minus 2. 5 times 8 minus 2 is 38 degrees. 9 times 8 plus 3, this is 75 degrees. And finally, the measure of angle F is 67 degrees. And so really all we're doing here is just the triangle sum theorem. We know that all the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So that's what I wrote up here just to remind us. And then I just took those values and added them up and set them equal to 180 degrees. And so all I had to do then was go ahead and solve for x. Super easy. Combine like terms, balance the equation, divide by the leading coefficient on x. Got 8, plugged it back in for each of our values, right? D, E, F. And this is how our final answer looks. So let's look at number 14. How's 14 different? How is 14 different? Well, you can see that there's this extended side here. So 14 has this extension that's just kind of going out past, and so this must be the exterior angle sum theorem. And if you remember that the exterior angle sum theorem says that our exterior angle, right, the measure, I'm just going to number them 1, 2, 3. So the measure of angle 1 is going to be equal to the measure of the, or is going to be equal to the sum of the non-adjacent. So these angle A and angle B here, and angles 2 and angle 3. So it's going to be equal to the sum of the non-adjacent ones. And so let's just go through and set this up. So let's do some color coding. So how about green, blue, pink, and away we go. So this is going to be our angle number 1. So this is our exterior angle, and the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent. So it's going to be equal to 13x minus 11 plus 4x plus 1. Combine like terms. So we will have, what is this, 17x? Yeah. 17x minus 10 is equal to 18x minus 15. Oh, this is the easiest problem in the world. Minus 17x, that's an x there. These two will cancel, and then add 15 to both sides. So these two cancel, and we're left with x is equal to 5. And now what do we want to do? Well, let's find out the other angle measures. So I'm going to put my 5 in over here because I know I got them. Okay, so CAB, that's our one in pink. So this is going to be CAB is pink. Yeah, so this is going to be 13 times x minus 11. ABC, so that's blue. So this one's going to be 4 times x plus 1. ACB, this is a angle that we will just have to find. And then DCB, this is our angle in green. So this is going to be 18x minus 15. Okay, so the only one we really have to find here is going to be ACB, and so that's going to be this angle in here in yellow. So our measure was 5, or x value was 5 rather. So 13 times 5 minus 11, we have 54. ABC comes out to be 21, 4 times 5 plus 1, and then finally our last value comes out to be 75. And so what we have on the inside here is 54 and 21, and now we want to find yellow. So up here I'm just going to do that computation. So we know that we're going to have the measure of angle ACB, which is our angle here in yellow, right, is going to be equal to 180 minus 54 minus 21. It's going to be equal to the sum minus each part. So we want to find how much money is in the back pocket. We know that there's a total, and so what we're going to do is subtract the right pocket, subtract the left pocket from the total to get that missing value. And here we find it is 105, which is a very, very common problem that we're doing. We're finding that last angle in the triangle. We did that a lot over here. It was actually this first problem that we did just right over here, right? It's very, very similar. What we're doing is we're subtracting our values from 180 to find that missing value. And when we go back to this problem, it's the exact same thing. We're subtracting our values from 180 to find our missing value. So that's what I have for you guys. Thanks for watching.